right, everybody, we are back. My first guest, of course, played Dr. Mark Green for 8 years on the hit NBC show ER. Please welcome Anthony Edwards. How are you?
I'm good.
How are you? You know, one of the most famous television show deaths of all time. How are you since you died? How is your life since that time?
It's the best thing about dying on television is that when people do see you, they seem genuinely happy to see you, that you're alive.
Because people are convinced that you really did die.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be nice if people actually had the experience of going down the street and having perfect strangers say, "We're glad you're alive."
Right.
So that's
right.
the nice.
So that's what it was like. Is that people probably
to this day people will still go, "I'm so glad you're alive."
Right. Right. And that'll happen the rest of your life.
I hope so.
Until you die.
Until I die. And then they say, it's true. It's true.
Why are you doing this again?
Right.
Are people, yeah, people be yelling at you. You did this. Are fans resentful that you left ER? Because people are so emotionally involved in that show.
That's kind of the next emotion that hits people after they're happy to see you. They say, "Well, why did you leave?" And a few weeks ago, I was jogging down at the beach, and these girls playing volleyball stopped me and said, so why'd you leave? And I said, well, it was 8 years, and I want to be with my family, and I have little kids, and I want to spend time with them, and moving to New York, and and tried to explain it to them. And as I was jogging away, I hear the girl going, my family, like mocking me. They forget it.
You can't mock someone for saying I wanted more time with my family.
It's like, you know what? She sits down at 10 o'clock on Thursdays, and she wants all the characters she wants to see be there.
I think that's what's strange is that people, the show is done obviously so in such a realistic way. It's proof that you're doing your job well, but people believe that you're real and that's where you belong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People actually see me, they think I'm really Conan O'Brien when I walk around.
Right.
Not the actor,
strange.
Mort Sadelman.
Exactly. I had no idea that when Gary Coleman left television, he actually became a talk show host.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People don't need to know that part.
Right, okay.
But people there must be situations where people kind of get confused and think you are a doctor and are competent in medicine.
I don't think if they go, oh, you're a doctor, but they say bizarre things like a flight attendant stopped me and said, God, I wish you were on the flight yesterday because, we had a fellow who had a stroke. And I'm thinking, that's wrong for a lot of reasons. A, why do you want a flight attendant who's looking for a pretend doctor if she can't find a real one?
Right.
And I'm going to be like, oh, great, a real victim, finally.
Right.
Real blood, oh, God.
Now I get to use all this cool jargon.
8 years I've been practicing. Don't worry, I'll take care of them.
They are great phrases, though, that you get to learn. You get to learn all that cool stuff. You probably must, in your head, just have all this amazing...
Noah Wiley does. I have, no short-term memory. It's in and out. I mean, by the end of the day, I'm dust.
Noah Wiley probably really pretends to be a doctor in certain situations.
Yeah. I think he did deliver his child. I'm sure he did.
He tells us, well, get over here, stat.
Right.
It's like, hey, back off. Now, I have a sense of you as a person, but I'm curious what you were like, in high school. Were you the rebel type and then you mellowed out, or were you, tell us about Anthony Edwards in high school.
This last year, I've had time to kind of reflect because I haven't been working, and, one of the things I was thinking about recently when I was thinking about this was that in high school, I must have been such, I understand the term, if we can use it, theater fag, okay? Because I actually, I thought it was cool.
As long as you're applying it to yourself, I think it's okay,
But I think, well, no wonder they called me that. I mean, I had nothing but show tunes, right, in my car, my VW.
You listened to show tunes in high school?
And no insult, because I still love him, and he's the greatest in the world, but all I had was James Taylor albums. So it was James Taylor, who was great. But, at 16, you maybe should listen to some other things, too.
Right. Just have one AC/DC tape in there.
Something, a little,
when you're stopped at a red light and another car pulls up.
Or Styx, maybe, even?
No, not ELO or Styx. No. Let's go harder than that. Yeah.
I could, but, you combine that with the fact that I was also, going to ballet class. I mean, there was
for God's sake, wait a minute. You're going to ballet class?
Yeah, there was no confirmation that I was a heterosexual in any way. But we did get to, meet chicks in ballet class, so that was the good thing.
Right, but then you'd start singing them,
They don't take it seriously.
Yeah, the Fiddler on the Roof song, and they would, I mean, did you get harassed?
It was cute. No, it was always like, I kept thinking, why would they, I was also, to combine with all this, I was like tiny. I didn't grow till I was 17, 18
How
years
tiny?
old.
I mean, you were like this tall?
I was tiny. I was a little person. When I was 16, I lied and said I was 5'8", 125 pounds, because that's what I wanted to be.
Right.
And I was really like, 5'4", 102, wet. So, I mean, I was little, and so I was like this, weird.
I had a weird thing where I grew a lot really fast. I was 6'4" and like 150 pounds. And I've actually told people to do that on a computer model, and it's just this big...
compute.
Yeah. I couldn't keep myself standing up. It was like Tommy Tune was laughing at me.
Right.
And that's a bad situation.
Right.
Now, is it hard when you went back for your high school reunion? Were people remembering you as you were and giving you a hard time? Did you...
No, I mean, high school reunions are just strange. I only went to one. I went to my 10-year, and that was just a little strange, because you have that phenomenon of all the men kind of turn into this starting middle-aged look, losing their hair, some of them, I can't believe it, and getting fat, whatever, and all the girls turn into these women, and they're all beautiful women, and so it was a little disconcerting. I mean, I had revenge fantasies of, I was going to come back and come in a helicopter with two girls on my arms and all that, and I didn't do it.
You didn't do it? You could have hired people and staged the whole thing and landed in a helicopter. And
I should have done it in high school.
Yeah, people would. Yeah, that's the thing, is that all the fantasies that you had in high school were cool if you could get in a time machine and go back and do it then.
Right.
When you try and I'm going to go back and beat up the bully or something when you're like 40,
yeah, and he's like,
it's just right.
Yeah.
And he's in a wheelchair and you're hitting him. See, it's frightening.
We really like your TV show.
Wait a minute, I've got to hit you again.
No, here, take my wife.
We're almost out of time, but I want to make sure we get to this. This is a really good cause, Cure Autism Now. And tell us about this.
Well, I'm on the board of Cure Autism Now, and been on the board for like 6 years, and we've done a thing where we've combined the charity with car racing. And this year, we have a car in the Indy 500. We just qualified 8th.
I think we have some B-roll here. Let's show this. This actually shows the Cure Autism Now car, that's an amazing car.
Yeah, and it's, we're with a top-notch team, Kelly Racing. We've got real sponsors, Home Med, where if you go to their pharmacy and click through, you come to our car and you can donate, and they'll make donations to us. And, it's the real deal. And we're getting great exposure of it, because the Indy 500 is the single largest sporting event, single-day sporting event. And as a charity, we get great exposure from it, and we get to go to the Indy 500 and cheer and raise a lot of awareness for autism.
You also got to drive the pace car. Isn't that true at the Indy 500?
I did. I drove the pace car, which was also a bizarre experience, because as a celebrity pace car driver driving the Oldsmobile Aurora, I went out to the car.
That's a mean machine. Right, you put the James Taylor tape in.
Exactly. They had it all lined up for me, CDs. But they, I get out there and they introduce me, and I wave to the crowd, and they're cheering, and I'm thinking, this is fantastic. They're cheering for me, and I listen a little closely, and they're actually saying, "Crash." They want nothing more than to see the celebrity take the car into the wall. But
get into a fender bender.
I disappointed them. But,
yeah, good for you.
Yeah, but anyway, actually, I did want to give you...
Oh, good.
Because
I like
you are the honorary member of the Cure Autism Now race team.
Oh, cool.
This is the official shirt for the Indy 500.
Oh, look at that.
And for our race team. And
that's very nice.
If we can get you there...
Look at that. Wow.
But look for
I can make even really cool shirts look nerdy. That's my amazing ability.
That's where we're very similar.
That's my X-Men power. For more information, visit www.cureautismnow.org, and that's a really important cause. So great having you on the show. Thanks a lot. Great talking to you. Anthony Edwards, James Kazmarek coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, we are back, and